Hello humans and pets. Today we're going to be doing this.
So today is a new one for us. I was trying to convince him to do it, but he wants me to do it first. Neither one of us have ever spatchcocked a chicken. I've watched videos on it, but I've never done it in real life. Get down, bud. You gotta get down. You can't eat the chicken. So we're gonna try to do that, and then we're gonna season it up. This is the night before. So they say we're gonna try a dry brine. I've never dry brined anything. I've seasoned things up before we eat them, and it's usually a couple hours before. But this is gonna be. They say you can season it up like 8 to 24 hours before. Put it in the fridge, and the salt is supposed to, and the flavors are supposed to go through the whole bird. So we're gonna try that today. Yes. But as a fun part of trying that today, Ryan made me get a pair of scissors at the dollar store. So this is why I wanted him to try it. He wants to see if I can cut through this chicken with my dollar store scissors. So They may break, we'll see. I've never done this. So to spatchcock a chicken, what I've been told, you find his little tail, and you're just gonna cut up on either side of the spine. Now, a lot of people have problems with the skin with the scissors. So I'm gonna see if this works, which is having a hard time, and it feels like the scissors may break.
So we're cutting up the chicken.
So basically, you take, that's the skin, and then I'm gonna come to this side of it, and I'm just cutting through the bones and the cartilage, and they're getting pretty dull. That's the hard part. Let's try it back over here. I've seen other people score them with knives first. That probably would be the best bet. But this is hard work. Get the proper tools. A nice kitchen shears would be perfect on this. I got through all the bones, and it's basically I got to just cut through the meat. So I should probably just use the knife that you got. So Ryan was having fun at the dollar store, and we got some dollar store equipment. Yes. So once it is cut like this, we can take. Can you grab some paper towels, Ryan? So we can just get this. I can use this one right here, this napkin. I'm just gonna get some of this out. This was frozen, so we're just gonna get some of the goodies out of here so that it's not all over it. They say too that you should pat it dry. I get confused on that because I kind of want some of the moisture so it holds the salt and the seasoning. So for the most part, that's good. All right, so we're gonna do that. So then you take your trusty knife, and right here is the breastbone. Are you watching, Ryan?
Yes.
And you make a nick in the breastbone so that it comes down through. This they said you could save for any kind of a stock or anything like that. And then you flip the guy over, and you basically push down. Ooh, look at, he came with a little happy timer. You push it down, and then your chicken is officially spatchcocked. So when it goes on the grill, it's gonna lay nice and flat like that, so that it should cook evenly. They also say you should do this with turkeys too. And then they say just tuck the little wings in to make it so that they don't burn. We'll figure out how I'm gonna do that, but I'm not real worried about that. So what we wanna do is if there's any excess skin like this, we're gonna get rid of what do you wanna keep it for the crunchiness?
I don't.
They usually cut it off. It's not really flapping that much. I really do like fluffy skin, my crunchy skin. So like it's a little piece like this. We're just gonna cut a little bit of it off. Just the extra thick, crappy skin like this. And I may leave that one. So what we're gonna do is Ryan liked the kicking chicken on our last chicken video.
I do.
So he wanted to do that one. So I am full of chicken because I did not wear gloves. So Ryan's gonna have to mount this because that's why I said.
Correct.
So maybe we'll pause it for a minute. He's gonna mount it and then he's gonna come back in, or you know what, I can go wash my hands too. Why don't I go do that? So we'll be back in 1 minute and we'll season this up for you, and we'll take it from there. We are back. So, you know, I have like 300,000 pairs of gloves that I had bought. You'd think I would have put a pair on, but And that, in case you notice, we're in a different area because the lighting depending on where the sun is.
Well, this is the normal area for the ravine.
Right, but when we're trying to do it in the other room, which is good, but when the light comes in the back window, terrible. So
yeah.
Ryan's got some kosher salt, so he's going to start with that. And you want to just hit everything. We
also got the kicking chicken here.
Right, so hit it generously. All right, you got to spread that out, Ryan, because that's going to... So it is a big piece of meat, and try to hit like here too. Like you got to hit it all. There you go. Oh, okay. With the, I don't know. All right, I'll just get myself. So in theory, this is going to suck all into the chicken. Put the kicking chicken down. I don't want it too salty. That's what
correct.
It's making me nervous. So the kicking chicken does have some salt in it, but we've had it numerous times, and it doesn't really taste salty to us. This you can kind of go with so that it has, if you have to turn it up. You gotta get the things too.
So that's all we're gonna do for right now is season it.
Yep, so we're gonna season both sides. We're gonna stick it in the fridge. We're gonna leave it kind of uncovered. Do you get this side good? Over here a little bit more. Okay. I just meant right here. And then
I got the grates.
Yeah, I'm messy, so I don't think you hit back here at all. We'll get the back half when we're on it. We're just gonna stick this on the grate and she drips overnight. And we're gonna season this half up. So we tried to season the bottom half first. If you want to do the salt first so that we can see what goes on. Like try to get it in the... Ryan, you gotta spread it out, bud.
Yeah.
So in theory, you've hit this spot 3 times and nothing on this whole breast.
Not the case,
it is. I'm watching you do it.
Do it again?
Stop for a sec, please. I don't want it super salty. This is going to scare me. They say you can salt it a lot when it comes to it. But
well, it's going to go in.
It's supposed to suck through everything and go through. But I'm going to get the outside of the wing too. Okay, the outside, that was the inside. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I was waiting for you to pick it up.
All right, well, you didn't get any in it, so... Oh.
Sorry.
Right. We don't need to salt the tray. Hold on, let me get this side real quick while you're doing it. And I don't really know what's going on with the shake here. So this is actually a good spicy one. So we'll see how this actually comes out. Did we get the inside enough?
Yes.
Okay. So we are gonna let this sit overnight.
In the fridge.
Someone may have a interview tomorrow morning.
I do.
So after that, once he gets home,
we also had a tomato warning.
Yeah, we had a tornado warning deal.
Tomato.
So there you go. So that is that. So we're gonna let this sit in the fridge overnight. In theory, this should draw the moisture out of the chicken, but it still put more moisture in the chicken. That's what everyone says. So not sure how it works. We've never brined it for this long. Can you take the cap off real quick?
Oh.
Although I'm going to have to wash these bottles anyways because I have chicken on my hands anyways. And I didn't keep a clean hand. That's that. So we're going to throw this in the fridge and we'll come back to you, which will be 1 second for you. And it'll be many hours for us. And we'll throw this on a smoker and see what happens. Never cooked a chicken like this. We never cooked a whole chicken, period. You know, so this is kind of a test because I want to cook a turkey on it. I really want to see what it looks like. And I have 3 big turkeys downstairs.
We stockpile them every Thanksgiving because they go cheap. We stockpile them.
Yeah, I love turkey.
We eat them year round.
And I love turkey. It's like one of my favorite foods, but I've never had one on a smoker. So this is kind of a crash test to see, will this be good? And like how much salt and all that stuff. This is kind of like, I wanted to go a little heavy, but I didn't want to go too heavy. So we're going to see if it actually does get inside and get the flavor all the way through, much like a rotisserie chicken does when you get it. So again, tomorrow, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay, we did the seasoning yesterday. It is later in the day, the next day. So we let this sit in the fridge. With all the stuff, you can come see it.
Yep,
please.
We'll see it when we bring it out.
Salted, we put the seasoning on yesterday. You saw it. Here's what it looks like now.
Yeah, it looks nice and dry, actually.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up. We're gonna stick it in here. We're cooking at 350 today. So I'm gonna take this, which is the chicken, and I'm gonna plunk it right on the grill. Just like that. Look at it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stab it.
Yeah. All right, that'll work, I guess. I was going to slide it back, but that's fine.
Right in here.
Yeah, so we're going to see how much this actually gives us smoke flavor. We're going to cook it at 350 today. We've been smoking everything really low. And you can put that down, right? The thing. So we're going to cook this until that breast internal temperature is approximately 165 degrees.
Yeah.
And when it gets out there, Ryan said he doesn't want to glaze it again, even though we like the barbecue sauce. We can always dip it in it later. But we're actually going to shoot to see, will the skin crisp up? I know we didn't pat it super dry last time, but it does look nice and dry to start with. So I'm hoping all that flavor goes all the way through. So we're going to cook this now until that internal breast is 165 degrees. And if we do anything in the meantime, we'll bring you back. Until then, we'll see you.
Okay. It's been about 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes. We started at around 12:15. Now it's 2 o'clock exactly. So this is now, it says it's temping out. We're gonna see with the little thingy here.
We'll apologize for the noise in the background. They're still working on that land.
If they come make a guest appearance on those gerbils. So we're just gonna use this little guy. We're gonna temp it.
It's looking pretty good.
We want around 165.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
it's looking
done.
Good.
All right, that is definitely done.
It seems like. So we're gonna take this inside. We're gonna taste it, and then you'll see how it is.
See you in a bit.
Okay, humans and pets. It's time to eat the food.
Right, we didn't let it wait probably as long as we should. It's been like 5, maybe 10 minutes, but it looks delicious, so we want to get right into it. So we haven't looked at it. We did temp it. I do want to say the skin compared to the other one, it's nice and crispy. Like I don't know if you can hear this because we're far away, but it definitely has a texture today. Correct. So it temped out. So we're going to see what it looks like because again, I've never cooked with temperature, so we weren't sure. Well, that's just going to come right off right like that. Is that blood?
No.
No, that scared me. Because I said, oh, geez. There's no way that can be. That's just the smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's...
Well, it's smoky. I'll go show them that.
All right. I just said, how can that happen if it's already temped out? Scared me. All right, so we're going to take the leg right off. That's the difference between the smoked meat. When I cut it like that, it just made me. So that comes right off so gently. That slid right off. It just barely even had to do anything to get, look at that, it just separates itself. All right, so let's go with it. You missed the other part of your wing because I got scared.
That's all right.
But
yeah, you grab your wing and we'll try it.
What I want to do, the wings are not cooperating. I don't know why. Let me just go right in here. We'll leave that part again. But I want to see what the breast looks like. This is like, I don't know if you guys can see how juicy this is. This is like just juicing out. This is going to be this part right here. This little piece on the bottom. That's going on my plate. But I want to cut just so you can have an idea of how juicy. It is very juicy. This is going to have the bark on it. Here, you take that one.
I'll take
but this is so juicy here. You're going to have to take that on a plate. Like, I don't know if they, can you see the glistening on that?
It glistens.
Like, this is so juicy. It's hot.
No, it's dripping everywhere.
Yeah, this is one without the bark on the outside.
I'm excited.
So there you go. Let's give it a try. Just scared me when I seen, you know, when you're not used to seeing a whole chicken with a smoke thing. I can sit when I talk. One of Ryan's funny things is not to fault the people that cooked it, but we used to buy the rotisserie chickens from Walmart all the time. And the last one we brought home.
Well, this was a while ago.
A long time ago. We haven't bought them in a while because it freaked them out. But we brought it home and I cut into it and like blood like squirted out at us.
It was not cooked.
Just wasn't even close to being cooked. So when I just cut that wing off, you might have saw the shock on my face because I'm like, there's no way the wing isn't cooked. You know what I mean? But because this temp actually, it got all the way up to like 168 by the time we got back out to the smoker. So, which is more than a 165, but I cannot believe how juicy this breast meat actually is when you, so we're gonna have to try. Did you already try it?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
All right, well let's give it a try. I'm just gonna cut some here because I don't have a breast meat here on me. This is super hot.
So what are we gonna try first?
Whatever. What do you want?
The wing.
I'll follow you.
We'll
try the wing.
Fun.
This is, again, I don't know if they can see this.
Push it back.
I want you to see how much juice is in this breast meat as I'm just pouring it. Like, look at the juice that's on the cutting board itself. But, all right.
I'm excited.
You can try the wing. Let's try the wing. We want to know if it's the crispy wing. That's the key. That's what we were looking for. So, all right. Oh, that's tasty.
It is crispy.
It is. The pink will freak your mother out when she sees the pink on the wing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, bones.
This is so tasty you can eat the bones.
It's not advised.
No. Now there is definitely crispier than the ones we made.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like crazy crispy. This is the one that was on the very bottom. So good. Now my biggest question was in the breast and in the, which we forgot to take some of the leg meat. Are we gonna actually be able to taste the seasoning that we put on like 12 hours before? So, that being said, I'm making a mess of myself because I didn't grab napkins, in case you want some. Are you still working on the wing? I want to see, because this one's pretty far in. And actually, this one is about as far in as you're going to get right here. So let's take a piece of this. And I want to see, can you taste the seasoning all the way inside on the breast meat? That's so tender you don't even need a knife.
Correct.
I'm going to wait for your assessment on this. I've never had chicken this juicy in my life, just for the record.
I don't know if I can or if something just fell on it when cutting, but I think I can.
I really think, because we've cooked a bunch of stuff on the inside, I can taste that salt taste. I've never had, normally when you have a chicken and we have the skin on like this and we marinate it for an hour or two, the outside's phenomenal, but the inside just tastes like chicken. You don't usually have that flavor that goes throughout. This one I'm finding, there's a flavor that goes throughout, or is it just in my head?
No, I
really think you really can taste the difference.
It's pretty good.
This is easily the best, juiciest chicken I have ever. We've never made a whole chicken like this, but I've done like whole, like bone-in chicken breasts, and I've done stuff like that. It's not heavy. The wing was heavy on the smoke. The breast meat itself isn't heavy on the smoke, because we cooked it at a higher temperature than normal.
If we cooked it on a lower one,
I bet if we would have smoked it, This, I can't believe how juicy and soft this actually is.
This came out pretty well.
This was actually delicious. I'll be interested to see if your special guest likes this, because this is easily juicier than any of the rotisserie chickens we've ever got.
Now we're missing someone. We're missing Finn.
Yes, we are today.
He's getting a haircut. He's gonna look all handsome. After this point.
In fact, right before this blip, they actually just
I don't know if
texted
you'll
me.
see him with the haircut before you see this video?
They might.
You might.
They might, because he's been bumping a lot of the videos. Let's try some dark meat while we're talking. He's been bumping a lot of the videos for, this is a nice thigh right here. And again, it makes me weirded out, like, to see
smoky.
it. Yeah, we're gonna try the thigh meat on this. This is definitely, you definitely see more of a smoke on the thigh and the legs compared to on like the breast itself, but which you wouldn't think, because it's and it's funny when we do a turkey. I just stopped myself in the middle of a sentence, but when we do a turkey, Ryan and I always fight over the dark meat, because, and his mother likes the white meat, because the dark meat to me is always juicier and more flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, true to be told, this has more flavor because it didn't have as far to seep in. And get the one that, this is easy. Look at this. Easily the juiciest chicken I've ever eaten in my life. And the skin isn't rubbery. It still has a little rubber to it. It's not 100% through, but this is good. This is delicious.
This came out really well.
Yeah, I guess we can wrap this up, because we're gonna devour this thing like we haven't eaten, because we haven't eaten. But
well, I have.
He has, but I haven't. Absolutely delicious. I can't tell you which one I like better. I still do like the dark meat, I think.
I agree.
Because I think the flavor seeped through more on it. But overall, huge success, I would say. I do like that we used kicking chicken on the outside. We didn't do a recap. We just dug in like savages. So basically what we did was we pre-brined it. We did a dry brine.
The night before.
Salt, and we did kicking chicken from Weber. We actually got it at Walmart. We did that the night before. We let it sit for, however many hours. It was a good, probably 14, 16 hours.
About that.
We threw it on the grill at 350. We cooked it for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, until the breast temped out at 165.
We took it off.
Actually, it went a little bit over. It was like 168 by the time we actually got it off.
70 around there.
Yeah, and let it sit for 10 minutes, and absolutely delicious. So if you haven't tried one of these, and I was kind of skeptical because I wasn't sure. Again, I've never even cooked one in the oven, because when it came to something this good size, we always bought turkeys, and I would buy them.
We also got this 88 cents a pound.
Yeah, this was a good deal.
Cheap.
At our store, they actually had the whole chickens like this on sale for 88 cents a pound. So this whole 7-pound bird was under $6. So that's what part of the reason why I said, well, let's give it a try and see how it does.
We also use new charcoal we've never used before.
Well, I forgot about that.
Walmart brand. I believe it's Walmart brand.
Yeah, it's Expert Grill
charcoal. It's cheapest that we've seen.
Yeah, it was only...
we mixed it with some oak chunks and a little bit of the leftover Kingsford charcoal that was just in the chute.
There was just a little bit left
from the last cook, I believe.
Yeah. That was one of the things.
Well.
That was one of the things we wanted to try too, because for a 16-pound bag, the Expert Grill charcoal was like $6 compared to Kingsford is a lot more. I said, let's try it if we're going to add wood anyways. Yeah. And it still has a nice smoky flavor. You can still see like the smoke ring on it when in the
meat.
I was afraid that maybe it would give a foul taste.
A lot of people said that it was good.
Yeah, they had good reviews on it. Some
reviews said that the taste was bad. So we decided to give it a shot. In my opinion, I liked it.
I don't see any difference.
I don't see any difference from like Kingsford and stuff. Maybe if you're like super in touch with the taste of the charcoal, like you just eat the charcoal like brick by brick.
Well, it would be fun to actually do as an experiment, because this is the first one we actually, other than the frittata, that we legitimately cooked at a normal temperature that we would do in the oven. We have been turning it on at 250 and slow cooking everything.
250.
But this was one of the few that I said, I want to just cook it the way it is, because I wanted it to come out. I wanted to try to get it juicy, and you can't get it any juicier than it is right now. And This was delicious.
This
So
was
there you
really
go.
good.
So if you like this review, or if you like this cook, you know, hit the like button.
Like
or if you
it.
didn't like it, hit the like button anyways. But
subscribe because
Yeah.
you can, and why not?
And if you have it and you want to try this, leave a comment down below.
Yes.
That this actually, we will definitely be doing this again. We did buy
I believe
2
we
of
hit
these.
170 subscribers.
No, did we? Good. Good.
So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Let's get to 200. So share it with 30 of your friends
There you
each.
go.
So that way we get to like 2,000.
I really can't get over how juicy this is. Like, it's actually got me, like, I've never had chicken this juicy.
This is really good.
This is actually some of the best chicken
I like the
we've ever
kicking
made.
chicken flavor.
That actually, I was worried about that too. I was actually worried about too. We salted it pretty good.
My favorite spot, like my favorite thing about this is the skin. I feel like they should just sell the skin and let you cook the skin. Like they should just.
Well, and I was kind of afraid.
I like it the most.
I was afraid that the skin was going to be too salty because you, in spots, really hit it
really
with some
salted
crazy salt. And I was actually nervous, but it does have a nice salt flavor on the skin, but it wasn't overpowering by any means.
No.
But I really do think it went inside of the meat, and you could really taste that it went all the way down. So, you know, we definitely are going to do this again. We actually bought 2 of these.
We bought 2 of them at the same time.
We were going to try a dry brine versus a wet brine, but Ryan's like, we never even did it. Why don't we just do one? Now that we've done one, I'm definitely going to do another one because this was delicious. We'll have to change the flavor up and see if it makes a difference. But overall,
maybe sauce it.
Yeah, but maybe because it would be good with an extra sauce on the top of this too. Yeah. But he really wanted to taste the flavor, and I don't blame him. And I can't believe how juicy this really is, and how tender. You don't even need a knife. You can cut it with
I recommend the CharGriller 980.
So far, hands down.
It's so convenient.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect word, is that's convenient.
But the thing I was worried about is that you weren't going to get the smoke flavor.
Correct.
And so far,
everything we've had
it. It really does have it. And one of the things to attest to his mother was complaining the last time that we had chicken is she thought there was too much smoke flavor. That was her thing when we just did the bacon wrapped chicken. She said too much flavor.
Yeah.
I noticed when cooking it at the 350, not nearly as much smoke flavor.
Well, of course not.
So you could control. You know, because it didn't cook for 6 hours. It cooked in 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you have less time.
It has a nice smoke flavor, but I'm wondering if she's going to like this one better. And we'll let you know in the next cook or whatever, whether she did or not on that. But overall, absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next one. So we hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the next cook.